Hi, it's Liberty again, and this is our 18-month update.
Hi, I'm Liberty. Welcome to Before and Afters at Century Farms.
I don't usually have another videographer, but today I have a friend visiting, and so I'm going to talk to her and show her what's happening and what's new since last month, and you will get to see a little bit different perspective this time. So first of all, we are in the piano room, and what's new since last time is a little air conditioner over in this window so that when it gets hot and I'm teaching piano lessons, I can turn it on. So I'm happy about that. And one of the biggest accomplishments this month is in the dining room. So I got this hutch painted finally. That took quite a while, and there's a story or two to go with it. So I will link to part 1 and part 2 of painting this hutch in the description below this video.
I will also link to where we were 1 year ago so you can see how much progress we have made.
In the kitchen, something that I think I got done since last month, I don't think I showed you this yet, is the trim under the cabinets. My family was gone on a camping trip, and I was so glad to get that done, and it matches the cabinets.
I put 2 coats of paint and 2 coats of Black Dog Salvage Guard Dog clear coat. So I was really glad that nobody was here to kick it while it was drying, and I also did this section on the side of the dishwasher.
So now all my dust bunnies can not go under the cabinets. So I did the molding on the floor the same way I did this cabinet. I painted it with a color match cabinet paint, and then I clear coated it for extra durability with Black Dog Salvage Satin clear coat. Guard Dog, they call it. So now that I have done those things in here that way, the trim and that shelf, I have decided I think I want to do the rest of the trim the same way. I didn't know if I should paint it white or what I should do, but one day when I have time, I will tackle this trim and just make it match the cabinets and the floor trim. Here we are in the living room, and not a lot new in here, but I did do something on my doors. They are glass doors, and I didn't want everybody to see inside. So for a while, I just taped in some velvet fabric, but then it fell off, and so I had to do something different, and I attached command strips, the picture hanger kind, that are like Velcro, so that I could attach it. And thankfully, the velvet stuck to the command strip, and now it's not there permanently, but hopefully it's there as long as I want it to be. And I could do that all the way around the edge if I want. If the painter's tape gives out on me, I will. But anyways, that's all I did in the living room. So here's my old hutch. You will see in the video about the new hutch that this is the one I replaced. And it's solid wood, and I hate to get rid of it. I did paint it, and it was free to me off the side of the road. And I like it. So one of the problems is the drawers will stick in the summer. So maybe I should sand it off. And then what I want to do is put it in my pantry off the kitchen. So I might do that by next month's update. One other thing that I did this month was decorate my hall bench for the 4th of July. So I made a whole post about it. It's almost the 4th of July. I will link to that post and show that to you. Another thing we did this month My husband and I made a master list of all the projects we still need to do around here. And as you can see, it's a pretty long list, but it's nice to have a list like this so that we can start checking it off and realize that we're still making progress.
Moving on to the outside, I am really happy that I now have a rain barrel. It is only lightly raining right here, and you can see how the rain overflows the gutters because the gutters aren't set up right, so maybe we'll fix that one day. We have zinnias and marigolds growing right along here.
Yesterday, I was stepping off of my front porch. Let's hope I don't do it again. To go do something, and I stepped right into a small hole and twisted my ankle. I didn't think I hurt it too bad, but later it was hurting. But I think I've recovered now.
These little decorative pieces are above the second floor windows and above the front door, and we paid somebody to come paint those for us where we would never be able to reach. I still need to do the ones above the front door and the front window.
Come here. The one that left went that way, but do you see that? That's a clue. The bunny rabbit fur is a clue. And when you move this and you feel warmth and you see. Here, hold my phone. Oh, look, there were two more. There were two more. There were four. The one goes that way, Luke. It's okay. I'm not going to kill you. It's okay. I'm not going to kill you. Look. Isn't he cute? I grabbed him before he ran away, so don't step in his nest. See the nest? I could see his fur. Do you want to hold him?
No.
Here. Here, will you video him? I feel his little heart beating. You don't need to get me. Just. Isn't he cute? He's so
Will the other ones come back?
I don't know. I'm so surprised that they've been living right here. They grow fast. They start out really tiny and naked. Oh wait. Can you get a nice picture of it with the picture button?
I don't.
Hold on.
Sure. Yeah.
Hold on,
Ready?
Monica. Yeah.
I got 3.
Okay. All right. So
Should we let him
one
go?
went that way. One went that way. They're ready to leave the nest soon, I think.
Should you let him go?
Yeah. You gonna watch them go?
Yeah.
Here's your little nest.
Aww.
See him hiding in there? Just let me get a picture
Should I
of him.
put this
Wait.
over him?
Just let me get his picture.
Should I put that stuff on over him?
Yeah.
Here you go.
It's a big hole, isn't it? So that's how some of these holes get made in the yard.
No.
Here's the progress in the garden since last time. We have potatoes there. We have sweet potatoes here. I think I bought about 50 of 2 different kinds of sweet potatoes. And I finally got them all on the ground. We have finally had some rain after no rain for about a month. I am thrilled. We were out here almost every day trying to keep things alive, trying to get things to grow. And for example, in this spot, only 2 corn plants grew. And there they are. And only about 2 bean plants. But the potatoes are doing fine, so I'm really glad about that. I spent some time hilling them, so hopefully they will produce really good for us. And somebody gave me some squashes and watermelon and even an artichoke plant. So we'll see how they do now that they're having rain. Here's the black raspberries. Oh, and it looks like there might be one ready to eat. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. So I staked these up because they were really trying to fall over. Oh, the onions, the asparagus. I do send the kids out here almost every day to pull some weeds. Otherwise, there would be a lot more out here. Here's a watermelon right there. There's a squash. Here's some more watermelon. And I just learned that this is yellow dock. I thought it was a weed. I guess it is a weed. I was trying to pull it out and it will not come out. But apparently it is good for burns and you can make a tea with it. And now I know what to do with it. Oh, here's another section that we watered. And the squash, ooh, even has blossoms. Even has a squash. Hooray! It's the first time I've seen that. And so I guess a few corn did grow and one pea plant. At this point, I'm just happy that the things growing are bigger than the weeds, even though I can't keep all the weeds out. So this is a weed that's actually purslane that you can eat in salads and all kinds of other things, soups, and high in nutrients. My tomatoes seems to be happy, so I'm really happy about that. I just watched a video from somebody else about determinate and indeterminate tomatoes, and that it depends what kind they are if you should prune them or not. So apparently determinate is one main stem up, but indeterminate is a bunch of shoots. All I know is that this is Amish paste, like Roma tomatoes, and I should probably just Google to find out what category that is. Luke is really happy about his watermelon plants growing. The peach tree is doing great that my friend gave me. Sadly, none of my sunflower seeds ever appeared. And here is the one lone volunteer tomato plant from the heirloom tomatoes that were growing around here last year. So I'm not sure how these potatoes got here. We didn't plant those that I remember. But sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. I think that's going to be our, and maybe watermelon and squash. Those will be our main crops this year. Everybody but me helped with the pool. It's not really my thing, and I have plenty of other things to do. And I was the only one home when the pool truck came, so I got to video it. I could hardly believe that that entire truckload was going to fit into our pool, but it did. And once all that water got into our pool, I saw that there was a hose leaking at the pump, and so I did my best to fix it with some plumber's tape. We moved this table and chairs over here, and it has an umbrella to keep us shaded from the sun, but it got moved over for mowing right now. But here's the pool. It's cold and rainy today, but it has been enjoyed a lot already. Luke is learning how to use our smaller riding lawnmower. He's been using the push mower for quite a while now, but this will be a lot bigger help to David in getting all the grass mowed. It has been a full month getting lots of things done, and I had a chance to visit the Valley Forge George Washington Memorial Chapel, and also one of my favorite places, Longwood Gardens. I have been reflecting on my good health right now. Last year about this time was probably when my thyroid problems began, but I didn't really realize it. And I am just so thankful that God healed my thyroid and that my voice fatigue is not bad right now. I love all the photo opportunities at Longwood Gardens, and I will link to a post in the description with a lot more photos. So if I get home and there's no porch light on, I found something that I can do. I found an extension cord that has a remote. And so
I carry this remote with me, and my Christmas lights are plugged into the extension cord that is remote powered. So I can turn lights on when I get home in the dark, and I love it. Then once I'm inside, I can turn the lights back off with the remote as well. So I just keep this remote in my purse, and it's one of my new favorite gadgets. I will put a link to that remote powered extension cord in the description just in case you want one too. I hope you have enjoyed this month's update as much as I have, and I'm going to leave you with one of the pretty pictures I took earlier this month. I'll be back next month.